guys, if this is your first time to my channel, hello and welcome. My name is Emily and today I am bringing you this eye look today. I call this my Strawberry Milkshake eye tutorial. Everyone, so as you can tell, I do not have my eye makeup on already and it looks pretty damn scary. It would look even scarier if I didn't already put on my highlight, contour, blush, and eyebrows. I also have my concealer on as well, so I basically just need to do my eye look to finish out this look. Now today I am just playing and testing makeup. I really don't have a whole lot going on. In fact, I'm probably going to be taking this makeup off as soon as I finish everything up, so I can really go wild with experimentation today, if you will. And I just got the Creepy Cute palette by Strobe Cosmetics in the mail, and I want to test it out. This is kind of a first impressions, but not really. I basically just want to do an eye look around one certain shade, and that is the Strawberry Milkshake over here in the corner. I essentially bought this entire palette for that one specific shade, and I also wanted to kind of test my makeup skills and buy something that I don't have in my collection, which is essentially all of these colors other than Strawberry Milk, and even Third Eye is a little bit different than any of the other oranges that I have in my collection, so I definitely am going to be testing this out a lot more. But today I just want to focus on something really pretty and soft and pinky and really focus on the Strawberry Milk shade. So I am calling this my Strawberry Milkshake tutorial because I love strawberry milkshakes and I would love to have a strawberry milkshake right now. So I have a couple things I'm going to be playing with, but mainly it's going to be this palette, and I'm mainly going to be focusing on this one individual color. So to start off my look today, I'm just going to be dipping into Strawberry Milk, which is the main shade that I wanted to play with, and I'm just testing this palette out. I really don't know what to expect from it. I've heard some good things about it. I watched only 2 reviews on it so far, just Raw Beauty Christie's review and of course Georgia Harris's review. Watch all of Georgia Harris's videos, so what do you expect? But so far it seems like people like it. I definitely wanted the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette when it was available, but I just didn't think that I would get a whole lot of use out of the shades, and it was a little bit more expensive. I think it was about $50 or so, so I couldn't really justify at the time purchasing it. This one is only $35, which to me is an awesome price because you get 8 shades for 35 bucks. And apparently there's a couple coupon codes floating around out there that I did not know about upon purchasing this palette, but apparently if you use DupeThat's code, or I think Nude has a code as well, you can get like 20 or 30% off. So it can be even cheaper than 35 bucks, and I didn't know about that, but I'm not unhappy that I spent 35 bucks on this palette. And so far, that shade is freaking stunning, which is exactly what I was hoping for. When I got the Cleonid little trio, the white chocolate and strawberry trio, I really wanted that pinky shade in there to be like a warm, baby, milky pink, and it's more so of a kind of baby lilac, if you will, which is what I talked about in my most recent video, but it's not as warm-toned as I would have personally wanted it, and this is really doing it for me here. This is a really, really warm-toned kind of pinky, milky shade, which is essentially what I wanted the Cleonid one to be. Not like there's anything wrong with that shadow, that's a great shadow as well. And when I first saw the Creepy Cute palette be debuted in Trendmood's post, I saw this color and was immediately drawn to it. I'm very much so drawn towards pinks and lighter shades like this, transition colors that are a little bit more unique than just a peach or like a tan color, if you will. I like transitions that are a lot brighter and more colorful. I love starting out an eye look with a bright, colorful transition shade, and this is doing exactly what I was hoping it would. Now, I'm not going to give a review on this palette at all right now. I definitely will in a couple weeks or so after I've had some time to play with it and test out more of the shades. So today I'm literally just making an eye look because I'm bored. But as far as the shadow seems so far, it seems like it's blending really wonderfully. Now you saw I put my primer on and I did not set it down because I don't really think that it's necessary to set your primer down, and I actually used to have a lot of troubles blending and really building up the color pigment in my eyeshadows because I was setting down my primer with either translucent powder or like a white eyeshadow or a cream eyeshadow. I found myself having a lot of problems with getting the right pigmentation and really blending away my eyeshadow into essentially nothing. So I just started not setting down my primer, and I've had barely any issues. Occasionally things will patch up a little bit, but I feel like it's pretty easy to blend out. And that's just what I've been doing over the past couple months, and I've been getting a lot more pigmentation from my eyeshadows. And I am just wiping off my brush here on my color switch. And this is a Morphe Y19 brush. I bought this like a million years ago. I haven't really had any shedding with it or any problems with it. I think it's a decent brush. I definitely think the Morphe brushes that are slightly more expensive on the website are basically higher quality, which would make sense why they're more expensive. But it just kind of sucks you in to want to buy the cheaper brushes from the Morphe site because they're so inexpensive, but I have problems with those brushes shedding on me like freaking crazy. And making sure everything is nice and blended up towards the crease and up towards the brow. As I wipe this off on my color switch, it's basically just like using a clean brush because the color switch takes away a lot of the pigment that is already on the brush. So I am taking a smaller, more tapered brush here, and I'm actually going to go right into third eye, which is kind of this dreamsicle-y orangey color here. And I do notice that there's a decent amount of kick up, but what do you expect from eyeshadows, honestly? They're going to kick up no matter what, and I feel like the more pigmented the eyeshadow is, the more it will kick up, and I'm willing to kind of deal with some fallout and dealing with just kind of blowing off my palette, if you will, to have really nice pigmented blendable eyeshadows. So far, everything is blending really, really nicely. Everything looks nice and neon, which is really what I was hoping for. Ooh, this is a really neon, kind of dreamsicle-y orangey shade. But I think it complements that pink really, really beautifully. And I'm just keeping the color a little bit lower than I kept that strawberry milk shade. As you can see, this is actually pretty much right in the socket of the eye, where this little line is right there, where the eye fold is actually at on my eye, versus the strawberry milk shade, which I took a little bit higher and a little bit more towards the brow bone. And this is a Morphe B80 brush, and this is one of the ones that I have problems with shedding. I will literally be blending my eyeshadow and I will see pieces of it just flopping out right onto my eye. But it still does the job for me. I mean, it's kind of a brat and a pain to use, but it does the job, and I don't know. I kind of have a thing about throwing away makeup and throwing away brushes because I bought it with my own money. And I don't want to throw it away, okay? I'm just one of those people. I'm a hoarder. Don't judge me, because I'm sure some of you guys feel the same way. So I'm actually going to dip back into strawberry milk here and just kind of re-intensify the pink, because I feel like as soon as I went into that third eye shade, it really kind of got rid of a lot of the original pink shade that I had put down. So this is what I have so far as the eyes go. So far as any fallout on my cheeks, I'm not really seeing any fallout on my cheeks, so that's awesome. So my next shadow that I'm going to be dipping into here is MAC's Passionate. This is just a single shadow from their collection, and I'm just going to be using this to really deepen up that crease. And I'm going to be keeping it really low compared to where I put the third eye shade, because I don't want to take away from any of the orange that we have there. So I'm basically just going to be popping this on the outer V section and bringing it ever so slightly up into the crease, but I'm not bringing it all the way up to where we have the orange because I don't want it to take away from any of that orange. I feel like this shadow could easily overpower that orange since it is kind of a more magenta-y berry shade. And I don't want it to really take away from that orange that we have going on in the crease. And I'm probably going to end up re-intensifying that orange because I feel like this color is just going to take over. But I did want to add it in here because I wanted something pinky to deepen up the crease with, because this is a strawberry milkshake look that I'm doing. So it's mainly going to be pink, but I wanted that little hint of the dreamsicle orange in there. It's kind of like a sherbet look. And I'm sure you guys are already aware, but I've mentioned this many times on my channel that I like makeup that has to do with food and cute themes, and that's why I'm going for the strawberry milkshake theme today, because I really want a strawberry milkshake. And when I received the Creepy Cute palette in the mail, the strawberry milk color was really the one that grabbed my attention, and it just got me inspired to do something surrounding that specific shade. I'm going to be hopping right back into third eye here, and as you can see, there's a decent amount of kick up, like I said earlier, with this shadow, but nothing that really translates onto the eyes, so I don't really have a problem with it. I'm going to be hopping right back into Strawberry Milk one more time here, and I've hopped back into it like 3 separate times, but this is just how I do my makeup. Every single time I do my makeup, I'm always going back into my transition color and just re-intensifying it because I like a really colorful transition shade. I think it makes for a pretty unique look, and I like it to kind of stand out while still being really blended and looking very seamless and whatnot. I like my transition shade to be kind of a more brighter color. And just popping that right on top of the orange and just blending everything out. So now I'm going to be hopping into Colourpop's Secret. This one is not nearly as pastel as the Strawberry Milk shade, and it's a little bit more muted down. It is kind of still a baby pink, but it's just not as pastel. I really want the pastel shade to really shine as the kind of start of the eye look up here in the crease and really have that pastel gradient. The shade on the lid for me isn't going to be the star of attention for this look, so I'm just going to keep it pretty tame with a more subdued pink shadow. So here is Colourpop's Secrets, and then here is Strawberry Milk from the Creepy Cute palette by Strobe. This one is just a lot more muted, a little bit more sheer, the Colourpop Secret shade, and Strawberry Milk seems to be a lot more pastel and a lot more true to color once you actually put it on the eye. This one is definitely a lot more sheer and might look the same in the pan, but once you actually get it onto the eyes, it's not nearly as bright and vibrant as the Strobe Cosmetics Creepy Cute shade. And I never bring my lid shade all the way to the end of the eye, of course, because I do have all of this kind of outer V work over here, and I don't want to cover any of that up. So I just take it about, I would say 2/3 the way in, and then I kind of use less pressure once I get more so towards the outer V, because I like to have that gradient going from the outer V to the lid shade. So now I'm just going to dip right back into MAC's Passionate, and this is a Colourpop E9 brush. It's just a really, really small, kind of pointed, fluffy, tapered brush. It's definitely still a fluffy brush, but it is a lot smaller and more tapered, and with my particular eye shape, I can really benefit from a brush like that because I have really strangely shaped eyes, and when I go in with like a normal blending brush or even like a medium-sized tapered blending brush like I used for the third eye color earlier, the Morphe brush, it gets that color that I'm trying to keep in one specific area all over my crease work, and so I have to go in with very small, very specific brushes, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna go right into Strawberry Milk here. A little bit of kick up going on, but I'm just gonna run this under my lower lash line. Now wiping my brush off on my color switch, I'm going right into third eye here, and I'm just going to repeat the process and try to focus it a little bit lower. Now I am taking this Dose of Colors brush that came with one of the palettes that I got. This is the same brush that comes with all of the palettes. It's just a little double-sided brush, and I'm dipping right back into MAC's Passionate, and I'm going to load up the brush here. I just like to blend together the outer V corner here with the lower kind of inner third portion of my eyeball. So for my brow bone and inner corner, I am going to be using this Lavish shade by Looxi Cosmetics. This is one of their liquid metal shade, and it's basically just a rose gold. I think this would be really cute with the Strawberry Milkshake themed, keeping with that sort of pink tone. And I'm just going to load it up on my brush here and pop it right into the inner corner. Running some right under the brow bone. And then to blend out my brow bone shade, I always just take my original blending brush that I used for the initial transition shade and just pop it right under the brow bone and just kind of blend to diffuse that line a little bit. But I like a pretty harsh brow bone highlight, so I don't really care if it's super strong and in your face. So this is going to be the fun part of this makeup look, and it's what's going to make it stand out from every other look that I do. I am going to be doing a sort of cut crease with this Tartist Pro Glitter Liner. This was released about a year ago. I think it was with one of their unicorn collections. I believe it was the Make Believe in Yourself palette that they released this with, the very first unicorn palette they put out. And it's basically just a dual-sided liquid liner. You have this kind of rose goldish metallic shade, and then you have this glittery shade right here. So I am going to be taking the glitter side of the dual-sided Tarte liner And I'm going to basically just be cutting my crease there with it. I'm just going to basically line right into this inner crease and line just about 1/3 of the way in. So I'm just going to take the liner and I'm going to tilt my head back and just line right where my eye socket is. Just like that. You definitely want to keep your head tilted back like what I'm doing right now, because you want the eyeliner to be able to dry and basically for the glitter to set down so that it doesn't go all up into your crease work, especially if you have hooded eyes or partially hooded eyes like I'm pretty sure that I have. This could go all over really, really quickly, so you want to make sure that it's completely dry before you actually look straight forward. So this is basically what I have as far as the eye look goes. I'm gonna go finish everything up, pop some liner and some lashes on, and then I will be back in just a couple minutes to finish everything out. My lashes are on. These are the Boldface Makeup's Go Big or Go Home. These are a very old pair, so forgive me if they look kind of janky, but these are my absolute favorite lashes in the entire world. I wear them every single day, and I just love them to death, and I wear them to death. So it's pretty obvious that these guys have been through some wear and tear. I went ahead and lined my inner waterline over here with the Estee Edit Inner Rim Eye Pencil. I am 95% sure that Estee Edit is no longer around, but you can just use the Rimmel eye pencil in Nude because it's basically a dupe and it's way cheaper. I went ahead and just popped those guys on to finish out the eye look, and this is the finished result. It's not perfect, but I think that it's cute, and I think it's a cute look for spring. We have the nice pastel shades in there and that little pop of rose gold on the inner corner, as well as the rose gold liner that we have going on in the cut crease there. I think it's a cute look. I don't know, I like it. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and I really hope that you enjoy the look. I know it's not the most amazing look in the entire world, but I'm really glad that I got a chance to try out the Creepy Cute palette, and I'm going to be testing it out more and more, and then I will go ahead and do a review on this channel. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below if you are not already subscribed and you would like to be. I do hope that you are having an absolutely amazing day wherever you are, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye!